So where am I going right now? I am just now leaving the house. I've spent time with the family. It's been an amazing morning. Couple cups of coffee. Man, I'd love more. And I just want to bring you on an adventure with me today with God. And what does my day look like? So right now I'm just leaving the house, and I am driving safely, I promise. So don't worry. I am actually going to a chiropractor appointment. I actually have two chiropractor appointments today. And what's really interesting, I a few weeks ago, my wife was with my best friends in Africa, and while she was there, I've been doing workouts with my son. Many of you know that already, and I could just feel, I don't like stretching. I don't know if any of you out there like to stretch when you work out or before or after, but a lot of times I just don't have time or it hurts and all this. I got plenty of excuses there. And so, anyway, I had not been in the habit of stretching, and it's been almost 12 weeks of not really stretching and just working out. And my body was actually talking to me. I don't know how many of you out there, as you get older or you're in something, and your body is kind of giving you indicators of, hey, there's something not right. There's something not in alignment. And I could feel, like, again, 3 weeks ago or so, my wife was in Africa, and I told her, I said, I feel like my body needs more mobility versus trying to build tons of muscle and getting big. Um, that I really needed to do more stretching, more mobility, more movement. And obviously, I wouldn't be able to build tons of muscle while doing that, but my body's craving it. And so, anyway, earlier this week, I think it might have been last Saturday, or this past Saturday, I was doing a workout, nothing hurt, nothing like that, just regular workout stuff. And the next morning, I woke up and my lower left side of my back was like stabbing pain. And so I would sit down, and when I sat down and I tried to get up, it was my low back just completely locked up. And I was like, what in the heck? Where'd that come from? And so, anyway, sorry to make this such a long story, but it's part of it. And so, anyway, I tried sitting down, I tried to get an ice pack, and just throbbing, stabbing pain. And so I never would have thought I went to the chiropractor, but I did. So I set an appointment, went to the chiropractor, and they think I have a bulging disc in my L5. And if any of you have ever had back issues, it's not fun. You're consumed by the pain. You're consumed by the current reality of the pain. And so that's been my experience this week. So since Monday, today's now Thursday, and since Monday, I have been going to the chiropractor every day. So I went Monday and Tuesday, and then yesterday I actually went twice in one day, and today I have another two appointments. And I don't share this with you to have a sob story by any stretch of the imagination, but sometimes in life, like I'm currently going through, I'm heading there right now to go to the chiropractor. We have to take a pause and we have to listen to the indicators of our life. What's the emotional pain you've been feeling? Have you explored what is that about? What's the symptoms that are going on, and then what is the root underneath the symptoms? The root underneath the symptoms I've been having has been I've lacked mobility and stretching, and I like to sit down a lot. And it's caught up with me. And my body was telling me, it was giving me indicators. And my gosh, I wish I would have listened a few weeks earlier, and maybe I would have prevented the flare up. But that's neither here nor there. The point is that in our own lives, there's many times where Our bodies are saying something to us. Our emotions are saying something to us. We hear a sermon and it hits our spirit in a good way. God's been whispering. He's been talking all along. You know, it's funny. We say we don't hear God. Well, he's talking, and he whispers to us. And if you're one of his, he says his sheep hear his voice. And that's a promise. So we can hear his voice. And so many times in life, man, we just kind of venture out on our own and we try to figure it out until the pain becomes too great that we have to go back to the source and go, okay, Lord, forgive me for the things I've made it, trying to go find it in this book or this conference or this guru on Instagram, but I haven't gone to you. And I don't know if many of you out there have experienced the same thing, is that we don't slow down enough to get to the root issues of our life. We don't slow down to hear the voice of the Father. And I've been there and I've done that many times. Sometimes it's really difficult to just sit down for an extended period of time at all and just listen. And so I want to encourage those of you out there that are really struggling to hear the Lord, or you're trying to make sense of the season that you're in. And I just want to encourage you that if there's been a still small voice speaking to you recently, I want to encourage you today to take heed. Listen to that thing, whether it's emotional, physical, spiritual, financial. What are the whispers in your life that you're not paying attention to, or you're just brushing off? You're just brushing off and it's not that big of a thing, but then you wake up and you have to go to a chiropractor. So anyway, I'm getting ready to be there at the office, and we'll continue our conversation.